I can't outdo the Kelseys. I thought about trying to do that. But 2024 Time Athlete of the Year, 2-time Naismith Trophy. I mean, we could spend the entire podcast, Caitlin, just listing off like everything that you've been doing for the last 4 years. But Caitlin, I really appreciate you taking the time to just hang out for a little bit. It's good to catch up with you.
Thanks for having me on.
Caitlin Clark is back, and she's bringing the heat in a must-watch interview with the University of Iowa Sports Media. As she prepares for her college jersey retirement at Carver Hawkeye Arena, Caitlin reflects on the defining moments of her career. From navigating her freshman season during the pandemic to embracing the unique challenges of college life, she opens up like never before. But that's just the beginning. She gets real about the WNBA, the friendship she cherishes, and a surreal encounter with Taylor Swift at a Kansas City Chiefs game. Caitlin's journey is nothing short of inspiring, and this interview offers a rare glimpse into her mindset as one of basketball's brightest stars. Stay with us as we break it all down.
I've been covering you since your senior year of high school, but you and I had never met face to face until after your freshman season because they kept everything so strict due to COVID and everything.
Yeah.
And that's what kind of makes your rise kind of even more intriguing to me, because it's not even the fact that like you've elevated to where you are. You started from the bottom because there were literally no fans in attendance, and like even the TV deal was kind of suspect at the time.
Her thoughts on women's basketball and the moments that defined her career are absolutely unmissable. Caitlin delivers raw and authentic insights that showcase why she's one of the most influential athletes in the game today. From intense battles on the court to behind-the-scenes stories, she shares it all with passion and honesty. If you've ever wanted to understand the mindset of a true competitor, this is your chance. Buckle up because we're diving deep into Caitlin Clark's world. Are you ready? Let's go.
3 words describe your Iowa career.
Well, I'm going to say special.
Okay.
I'm going to say life-changing, but that's 2 words. Dang it.
It's a hyphen.
Okay, hyphen. Does that make it? Yeah, okay.
Well, I'll count it 1.
Special, life-changing, and impactful. I'm going to go those.
Caitlin takes us back to where it all started, her unforgettable freshman year during the height of COVID-19. She shares what it was like playing in empty arenas, with only cardboard cutouts and her family in the stands. The eerie silence, the unique challenges, and the adjustments she had to make as a young player are all part of her incredible journey. Despite the unusual circumstances, Caitlin found ways to thrive, adapting her game and developing the mental toughness that would define her career. It's a fascinating look at how she turned a difficult situation into an opportunity for growth, setting the stage for the legacy she's building today.
Impactful. And I think that from a standpoint of like, obviously I have had an impact on a lot of people. I'm very aware of that. But at the same time, I hope everybody knows they've had an impact on me too. Like it's a 2-way street, and getting to see the young boys and the young girls, or, you know, the people that have drove from miles and miles to come watch us, or whatever it was in college, you know, that has a huge impact, not only on myself, but our entire teams when we were playing. So I hope everybody knows it's a 2-way street on that. Yeah. And it really means a lot to us players.
So what really went down during that unforgettable Iowa State game? Caitlin breaks down the key moments that made it so special. From the energy on the court to the emotions running high, she shares exactly what it meant to her and how it shaped her as a player. Every game has its story, but this one was different, a defining moment that cemented her status as a college basketball star. Caitlin's ability to rise to the occasion under pressure is what sets her apart, and this game was no exception. Let's hear her take on the night that left a lasting impact on her career.
I say I don't remember a lot of them. One of the only ones I really remember was probably the Iowa State one at home, where we came back from, I think, down 18 points. But like, we're playing in front of nobody. Like, there wasn't anything like super memorable about that year. Like, you're playing in front of cardboard cutouts and then like just your family members. So that was kind of a blur. And at some points, like it's unfortunate, but at the same time, like I feel like it gave me a year to kind of get my feet wet in college basketball. With that, I didn't have to balance road crowds. I didn't have to balance our crowd. I didn't have to balance all of that noise.
Here's the twist. Caitlin reveals how the eerie silence of playing in empty arenas during the pandemic actually helped her adjust to college basketball. With no roaring crowds or distractions, she was able to sharpen her focus and elevate her game. It was a rare experience that forced her to rely on self-motivation and mental toughness, two qualities that have fueled her success ever since. Caitlin's ability to adapt and turn challenges into strengths is what makes her one of the most formidable athletes in the game. Let's hear her thoughts on how that unique atmosphere shaped her journey.
I look back and watch some of those videos of me celebrating after the Iowa State game because I think I made a three with like 40-some seconds to go.
Oh, yeah.
To put us up one maybe or something. It was a huge comeback anyway. And I was like celebrating like there was 15,000 people inside of Carver and there was probably like 200 people in Carver watching us. So it's just really funny to laugh at myself looking back on, but it was a good time.
Then came the moment every athlete dreams of. The fans returned. And for Caitlin, the excitement was off the charts. She describes the electric energy of stepping onto the court with a packed arena, feeling the love and support from the Iowa faithful. It was a game changer, reinforcing why she plays the game and the deep connection she shares with her fans. In her own words, she captures the pure joy of experiencing college basketball at its finest. This is Caitlin Clark like you've never seen before, fueled by passion and driven by the roar of the crowd.
I feel like that allowed me to kind of play more free and kind of figure out myself and I don't know, just figure out how college basketball works. So, it was kind of unfortunate that I missed a year of college basketball and being in front of our crowds, but at the same time, I try to look at it in a positive manner of like, maybe that helped me and maybe like that was the starting point of like how I kind of got my feet wet in college basketball. And then obviously after that, it really took off. We played in front of nobody to not being able to get a ticket, which is pretty crazy.
Well, I mean, you got to play in front of your dog at least, though, too.
Yeah, that was basically the only person, my fake cardboard cutout dog.
Caitlin's upcoming college jersey retirement at the University of Iowa is nothing short of historic. As only the third player in program history to have her jersey hanging in the rafters, she reflects on the incredible journey that led her here. From countless hours in the gym to unforgettable moments on the court, it's a testament to her hard work, dedication, and love for the game. Caitlin takes us inside her emotions as she prepares for this once-in-a-lifetime honor, sharing what it truly means to leave a lasting legacy at Iowa.
Honestly, I think going into my second year, I was just so excited to like finally get to play in front of people. I remember asking, it was like the exhibition game. And I remember like going up to Coach Fitz, I'm like, how many people do you think are going to be here? Like I kept asking, like I was so giddy on like finding out like how many people were going to come, like what the crowd was going to be like. Like I remember being like so excited to finally play in front of our fans and the people that have supported, the program far before I got there. So I just remember being like super giddy about that. I remember just being so excited. I think there was probably like 4,000, 3,000 people there maybe if I had to guess, but I was like so excited to play in front of people that weren't my mom and dad and my teammates' parents. Like it was like a taste of, kind of what could be or what had been for the program previously. So I just remember being like so giddy about an exhibition game because it was just the first time that I got to play in front of our fans a year after I'd already been on campus, more than a year after being on campus.
Wearing the iconic number 22, Caitlin never set out to have her jersey retired. It was never the goal. Instead, it's a reflection of the relentless passion she poured into the game. She shares how this honor is a symbol of the love, commitment, and memories she's built with her teammates and coaches. For Caitlin, it's about more than individual success. It's about the impact she's made on the program and the inspiration she hopes to provide for future generations. Let's hear her heartfelt thoughts on this milestone moment.
Now that enough time's gone by, what's your kind of thought process about your jersey getting retired and knowing you don't even just have your mark on the floor, like your jersey is going to be in the rafters forever?
In the off-season, Caitlin has been grinding. She's focused on refining her game and preparing for an even stronger second year in the WNBA. With the guidance of her new player development coach, Keith Porter, She's fine-tuning her skills, strengthening her weaknesses, and working to elevate her game to an elite level. Caitlin is never satisfied. She's always looking for ways to improve, and this off-season is all about pushing herself to new heights. This is the mindset of a true champion.
Oh, this is amazing and this is so cool. But I feel like as the days kind of started to approach here and we're now like a week away from this actually happening, I feel like it's kind of becoming really real. And you know, this isn't like a goal where you show up to campus and you're like, like I want to have my jersey retired one day. Like nobody does that. Nobody thinks that way. Like you just gave your all for the program and the university. And, you know, there's been a lot of really good players to come through our program and have, you know, what have been National Player of the Year, Big Ten players, you know, whatever it is. And I think we only have 2 with their jersey retired right now. So it'll be cool to be one of the few.
For Caitlin, this off-season is a rare opportunity to focus solely on her growth. Without the packed schedules of college basketball and the WNBA season, she's embracing the time to train, reflect, and refine her craft. It's a crucial period in her development, one that will set the stage for the next chapter of her career. She takes us inside her training process, sharing how she's making the most of this time to come back even stronger.
It's hard to probably, you know, really feel all the emotions until I'm going to be inside of Carver and really see it and experience that with my family. And I'm not usually a very emotional person, but I feel like this will probably make me a little more emotional. And usually, like, when we've had certain things inside of Carver, I've been competing or playing shortly before, like, something like that has happened, whether it's been a senior night or something like that. So it's hard to kind of evoke emotion after you just competed for 40 minutes. But now that I'm not actually going to be playing, I feel like I'll probably be a little more emotional, even though I'm not a super emotional person. Thankful to have played at a place that loves women's basketball in the way that it does, and has really helped me flourish. And it'll be exciting for me to go back and be inside Carver. You know, I haven't been there since I played my last game, so it'll be really.
Caitlin Clark is intense, fierce, and laser-focused on the court. But off the court, she's a completely different person. She opens up about how she switches gears, leaving her fiery competitiveness behind once the game is over. Finding balance between her relentless drive and her everyday life is key to her success. In this rare insight, Caitlin shares how she stays grounded, relaxed, and true to herself despite the immense pressure that comes with being a top athlete.
You have a new strength coach or player development coach at the Fever now too, right?
Yeah, new player development coach. Came over with Steph White from Connecticut, and it's been a lot of fun. It's been fun to be in Indianapolis and working out with him, and he just loves the game of basketball, you can tell, and he puts a lot of time into it. It puts a lot of time into, you know, what we're going to work on every single day, but how does that look in like a long-term plan of my development, and adding little things and refining certain things that, you know, can help me be much more successful in year 2, and then also just trying to get stronger and be in the weight room a lot. So it's been fun. I feel like this is the first time I've really had a chance to like really work on my game and work on my craft and be really focused on it. And obviously that was hard. In college, you know, even going into my senior year was really the last time I could work on things and add things. But
what are your goals for yourself for this season? Maybe for Caitlin this season?
My goals for Caitlin, I just want her to just destroy everything, right? Like I want to give her like the extra tools to where now the way the teams used to play her, you can't do that anymore. You can't force her to take these shots. So now what do? You just got to take that. You just got to take these points and just get on the other end, right? So that's my goal. I want her to just feel super comfortable in every scenario, every coverage, whatever it is, and just destroy teams, right? You know, the goal is ultimately a championship.
Do you see MVP Caitlin on the rise?
Absolutely.
Caitlin Clark is known for her fiery intensity on the court, but off the court, she embraces a more composed and grounded personality. She takes pride in striking a balance between her fierce competitiveness and her ability to stay relaxed outside the game. I'm very emotional on the court, but off the court, I try to be more relaxed. Once I step off, I'm not as fiery. When I'm in a game, I'm completely different, she explains. It's a fascinating look into the duality of one of the game's most passionate players. Despite her intensity, Caitlin has never been involved in post-game controversies. She always presents herself with composure, handling media pressure with grace. When asked how she maintains that balance, she credits her upbringing. My parents instilled values of humility, accountability, and grace. Whether you win or lose, you have to be a good sport. You don't brag about winning or pout about losing. You get back up and keep fighting, she says. This mindset has shaped her into both an elite athlete and a role model. Caitlin emphasizes the importance of self-reflection. You always have to look in the mirror first. You can't control bad calls or what the other team does, but you can control yourself and how that affects your team. It's not easy, but it's necessary, she shares. Her ability to maintain perspective has helped her navigate the pressures of high-level competition. When it comes to handling media, Caitlin aims to be thoughtful and authentic. I try to convey my thoughts to help people understand the game and what I'm going through. The media plays a big role in growing the game, so I try to give meaningful answers, she explains, reflecting on her college days at Iowa. Caitlin cherishes the small moments just as much as the big wins. What I miss most is being with my best friends. We finished practice and immediately planned where to eat. We were like family, she recalls. From late-night gaming sessions to post-practice brunches, those bonds meant everything. Even if we bickered on the court, we still went to brunch together. It was special, she adds. Transitioning to the WNBA has been a significant shift. Caitlin notes the difference in structure and responsibility. In college, you still have some structure, but in the pros, it's all on you. You make your own schedule, and it's a business. College is heading in that direction, but the WNBA is another level, she explains. Despite missing the camaraderie of Iowa, she embraces the challenges of professional basketball. When discussing former teammate Kate Martin, Caitlin expresses admiration for her growth and work ethic. I talk to Kate every day. Seeing her confidence grow has been amazing. Whether she plays 10 minutes or 30, she gives everything. That's the kind of teammate you want, she says. Caitlin is excited about Kate's performance in the unrivaled 3-on-3 league, believing the fast-paced style suits her well. She's high IQ, physical, and shoots well. I'm just happy for her, she adds. As free agency looms, Caitlin hints at a potential reunion with Kate. Hopefully, I can recruit her to the Fever one day. That's my goal at some point in my career, she reveals. However, she acknowledges that their competitive battles make for an exciting rivalry as well. Caitlin is also a diehard Kansas City Chiefs fan, making time to watch games whenever possible. One of her most surreal experiences was attending a Chiefs playoff game in a suite with Taylor Swift. If you told me a year ago I'd be sitting in a box with Taylor Swift, I would have thought you were crazy, she laughs. Despite Taylor's global fame, Caitlin found her to be incredibly kind. It's a good reminder that we're all just normal people who love sports and spending time with friends. She reflects, being in the same space as Taylor made Caitlin appreciate the impact she has on uniting people. She's probably the most famous person in the world, but what she's done to bring people together is incredible, she says. Experiencing Taylor's concerts firsthand only deepened her admiration. The energy and passion in those stadiums are unreal. It's uplifting and inspiring, Caitlin adds. For Caitlin, the night was unforgettable. It was the perfect game. The Chiefs won, Travis Kelce scored a huge touchdown, and there was no chaos. Just pure excitement, she recalls. Sharing that moment with Taylor, another passionate fan, made it even more special. She loves the Chiefs as much as I do, which is incredible. She beams from her journey at Iowa to her transition to the WNBA, from competitive fire to cherished friendships, and from media savvy to her love for the Chiefs. Caitlin Clark continues to inspire on and off the court. What do you think of her incredible story? Let us know in the comments, like and subscribe, and click the video on the screen to stay updated with more